everyone, this is Brian Van Brunt, president of NaBITA and a partner with TNG, along with my colleagues here. We're all Brady-bunch styled up and talking to you. We wanted to talk just for a minute or two of your time to borrow here to talk about this idea of our online trainings this summer. So given the COVID crisis, what we're trying to do is be responsive to our members and try to continue to provide great training to you, but to do that in a way that's going to work with keeping everyone safe and trying to work with the convenience of the online platform. So what we came up with was a schedule, and you should have a copy of that came out with the advertising, that goes over the summer. And as we developed that, just a quick couple thoughts on it. The first is we tried to think about if we were in your position, what would be useful and helpful. So what we did is we broke it up by the month and created a time that we could meet, whether it's Monday mornings or into the afternoon or Tuesdays, Wednesdays. We tried to shift the days around a bit. We also realized that I think it's fair to say sitting in front of a computer for 8 hours is nothing anyone wants to do. So we tried to break it up into smaller pieces and to do some training across weeks to give you some of those options. So my hope is that if there's a course that you're looking to take, whether it's case management, I think Allison and Makenzie will be teaching those, threat assessment with Jeff and I, or one of the BIT courses, advanced strategies, or the best practice standards course. We have a lot of different options for you moving forward. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about this online format. And I guess to everyone else here, I guess we'll kind of go this way. I feel like there's like a TikTok moment where you can just pass over to a shared screen, but maybe we'll go over to Makenzie to see maybe some of your thoughts about an online training module. I know we've both taken a lot of courses online ourselves in our doctoral programs and also have taught in some of those formats. What's your take on some of this?
Yeah, I think what I'm excited about with our online training is just how we have taken what makes NaBITA training so good, the interaction, the engagement, the conversations, and we've translated that into a platform for an online environment, that we carry that into that online class. So we have built opportunities into the courses for engagement, for kind of this interactive learning. And I think each of us will do that differently. Like I think how I plan to do it will probably look different than maybe Brian or Jeff, how you plan to do it. But we'll be using the resources that are available to us in technology, whether that's videos or breakout chat rooms or, doing sharing videos like this, but just the way that we will adjust the content, adjust the delivery to be truly engaging and interactive in this online environment. So I think it can be overwhelming, like you said, Brian, to think about sitting in front of a computer screen for that many hours for training. But if I could offer any encouragement, it's that we will do what NaBITA always does, and we will make it engaging, we'll make it interactive, and it'll feel like a NaBITA training still, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Jeff, down there, what do you think down there?
So my screen, you're over here, so we'll just go along. No, so thank you for tossing that. And I really echo what Makenzie said. I think, I love all of what we do. I think what's really nice about this summer series here is that we're really listening to our membership and hopefully some of our future membership of some of the training that they want and in the format that they want it in. So to be able to offer this and still, be able to answer questions and have that engagement with our clients. You know how you and I, Brian, you and I work well together teaching this threat assessment class, and all of us do. It's such a great opportunity for us not to just throw up a webinar and teach it, but to actually have that responsive component, the interaction of being able to put some videos in, having us teach together. I think it'll be a great experience. I'm really looking forward to it. I think the best part of this for me is it's not a 2-day or a 3-day training block all in a row. It really will fit with kind of the adult learning model. Let's face it, our work has not gone away with COVID-19. In fact, at least I think I can speak for the 4 of us here, it's increased our workload. Yeah. So, having the option maybe to do it in little bits at a time, I think will really resonate.
Mm-hmm. Jeff, I just have one question. Are you going to be in front of that virtual bookcase on the class?
It's not virtual. It's real. It's a real thing.
It's a real bookcase.
And that stereo is real too. It's
you got that right on. That was right on there. That was good. You're like, boop. Yeah, good stuff.
We just hit play. Hold on.
I think we can promise it won't be perfect, but it'll be fun. I think we can promise that you'll enjoy.
It'll be fun.
Allison, what do you think over there? Down
there. So, I'm really excited because I think this is a funny comparison, but I compare it to when we used to, hopefully I'm not dating myself too much, but when we used to have to wait week to week to walk shows as compared to binging. Mm-hmm. And I think that with the way we've broken it down over the summer, like Jeff was saying, it's not 2 days condensed training where it's just information overload. I think it will really give participants an opportunity to let some of the information sink in, develop their questions, and still be able to say, oh, well, I get to chat with Makenzie and Allison again, or Jeff and Brian again, or whoever it may be next week, so I can ask them that as a follow-up question.
Yeah.
And we don't really get an opportunity to do that, especially when we're on site, because we're in and out. We can't take a lot of your time, so we try to maximize the time we have there. And so I really look forward to seeing what type of thought processes and questions and development really comes over that more, long-term teaching track. It's not obviously the one-on-one engagement that we love, but we're hopeful that participants will still be actively engaged. They'll type in those questions, or they'll unmute and pop in and know that we're comfortable with that and can continue to have these, really, really good training classes. I'm looking forward to this.
Brian, and I think the flip side for me with this is also the fact that it's not just a one and done class where we're doing 1 or 2 days. It really gives us that opportunity to develop a relationship with our students. And to, I think, what we've all kind of said here today, to Allison's point, they have an opportunity to think of some questions and come back and ask us. We're always available there for our membership and future members. We're always available to you. But more importantly, this gives us a chance to really kind of get to know you and develop that relationship over not just a 1 or 2 day period. So I think that's valuable, not only to us, but hopefully to you.
I think the idea, I like what Allison, you said too about the idea of kind of the it's not rushed, right? But we've all been at a training before where we're trying to catch a flight and we're trying to drive to the airport. We're doing our travel math of like, how quickly can I drive and get to the airport and get in? I'm a early arriver, so I need at least a good couple hours in the airport. I've been with Makenzie before when she's like sidling up to the airport while the plane's taking off. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, so all of us have our intricate idiosyncratic behaviors when we travel. I will say this, though, to not feel as rushed, to take that week, I really am treasuring that idea, Allison, of being able to engage with participants. Heck, Jeff, when we did our last course, we had like a 3-hour break in between where we gave them a lunch and then we gave them some time to watch some of our videos. During that time, I sat down with you and we worked on some of the questions we got. We actually wrote them into some tip of the week formats. So I don't know what it is exactly that's going to happen for each of the classes that we teach, but the idea of doing something creative. And one of the things I love about NaBITA is the over-delivering on what we're promising. And I think as the president, it's really something that I've wanted to make sure that we're all doing, that when we make a class or develop some content, it's not doing, what's the Office Space thing, the bare minimum of pieces of flair that you wear, like, are 36 really the bare? Like, we want to go above and beyond. So if there's a time that we can plus this for you to make it a better experience, that's really our commitment over the summer. Also the diversity, like last thing I'll say on this is just that we realize some people are like, yeah, no, I want a 2-day class and I want to be done. We got those too. So they're going to be up there on the schedule as well. There's other folks I think who want to, maybe like me in my doctoral program, I was like, this is great. So I could just settle down over the summer and take the entire course set for NaBITA and be certified in all these 4 or 5 classes. That's available for you as well. So if you have some time this summer and that's something that you want to do with us, we'd love to have you. We actually set up the schedule so they don't overlap. So you could actually take all the courses this summer and be able to get back in September the most trained of anyone that you've ever seen. Last thoughts or ideas as we're moving forward. I guess Allison, Makenzie, what worked well with your class? Jeff and I taught in one online class format, and we had some great ideas moving forward. What worked for you? I know you used some breakout rooms too that were kind of cool.
Yeah, I really liked the breakout rooms. Zoom has the ability within the platform that you can take a large room. So most of our trainings have 30 to 50 people in them, and break those people up into their own Zoom chats that would look like this, with smaller groups of people, 4 to 6. They can have their own private discussion about a case study or working through some policy questions, and then we can bring the whole group back together and all share out from those small groups. And that seemed to be a really good way to facilitate the conversation among the participants. It gave them a chance to talk to each other, ask questions to each other, share ideas, and then come back and share that as a whole group.
Yeah, and I think it really helped because we always say that when we're coming in person, where we say, we're here to teach you this content and the research-based pieces, but ultimately you also learn a lot from each other, and we continue to learn from the membership and the people who are are boots on the ground doing the work. And so being able to still have that opportunity for those smaller conversations and for the full interaction between all of us was really nice. It wasn't just, okay, sit and watch the computer screen and the talking head will tell you all the information.
And I have to say, the best part for me was when the participants were willing to turn on their video or at least their audio and join in the conversation that way. That was great when they were willing to do that.
That was really cool. Jeff, I don't know that you know this. We borrowed some of your slides. We're always sharing slides between us as the content team. And I used that transient substantive threat slide set, the quiz thing that you wrote. And I did just kind of perk my memory when Makenzie was talking. Like I assumed that people were just kind of sitting back and in receptive mode. And we put up the quiz and we were like, so, we'll just ask, Allison and I were like, we'll just ask each other the questions. And then on the chat window, without a prompt, everyone's like answering the quiz questions. They're like B, C. It was really surprising and cool. So the idea of being interactive and working with people, I like those things. So working in some quizzes and making it genuine and useful. Like the last thing we want to do is make something that feels silly or dumb or, do an interactive exercise that no one wants to do. So we're really trying to make sure that we're meeting the needs that you have. And that's been so far the feedback that we've gotten. People have been, dare I say, delightfully surprised that this was better than they thought. And I guess that's kind of a backhanded compliment, but still one that we'll take.
Absolutely.
Good stuff. So we hope to see you on one of these courses at the end and, during the summer, whether it's a 2-day course or 1 day, or if thing lifts, right, and we can actually come out and see you, that would be good as well. So I can promise you'll see some pictures of animals as we're leaving you. I think we'll leave you with Molly, my cat, who's decided to perch up next to me here during the training. So we'll try to make sure that this is a fun and interesting training set for y'all. And maybe you get to see Molly again in that capacity. I know all of us have animals, so maybe that'll be something that we'll try to do for NaBITA.
Easter eggs.
Easter eggs, absolutely. All right. Well, thanks for being with us, and hopefully we'll see you online at some point in the future. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.